All right, everyone. Hello, and welcome into what might be one of the more confusing and surprising days so far in the Minnesota Vikings 2021 season, because as of about 30 minutes ago, we learned on the official Minnesota Vikings Twitter account that they have in fact released Bashaud Breeland, one of their starting cornerbacks, as they enter a pivotal 4-game stretch to close out the season, hoping, at least they are, maybe not us, to sneak into the playoffs as the 7th seed, currently tied with a bunch of teams at 6 and 7. So this is bizarre. As soon as I saw the news, I didn't quite know how to react to it other than just sheer amazement and surprise, because it's not every day that a team just gives up on one of their starters, especially at a positional group where they are arguably pretty thin already. So I don't know what to make of this. Somebody is going to have to explain this one to me, or maybe we just haven't learned the whole story. But as of right now, Bashaud Breeland is going to be a free agent. He will likely sign with a team that is looking for cornerback depth and probably headed to the playoffs. So he's going to get an opportunity to join another team, no question about it. It's just a matter of when, not if. And the Vikings are apparently going to roll forward to finish out the season with just Patrick Peterson, Cam Dantzler, Chris Boyd, and Harrison Hand as their corners. And of course, Mackenzie Alexander is the nickel corner. So this is weird. So we could split this up into two thought processes. Number one, of course, he's been bad this season. It was an off-season free agent signing that has not worked out. He has not played well this year. And it makes sense that, this was probably going to happen in a month anyway. So maybe they're just ripping the Band-Aid off. Maybe there isn't, something that is fully known about the situation quite yet. And he was listed on the injury report as questionable for Monday's game against Chicago, and it was a non-injury related thing, so we don't quite know if that played into it. I'm sure we'll know more in the coming hours, but, I wanted to hit record and get my raw reaction to this in the moment. So, yeah, I mean, you could look at it from a football standpoint. Trying to win games, why would you cut one of your starters and admit that it was a mistake at this point in the season? It's almost like a Saturday night news dump, which normally happens on Friday, but it is what it is. So I don't know, kind of bizarre. And then on the other hand, I'm sure a lot of you are going to, jump in the comments and say, of course, he sucks, he's terrible, and he was also being an asshole on Twitter. So, it makes total sense that they would cut him. And to that, I agree. So I'm kind of on the fence with this one, because on one hand, I agree that he shouldn't be part of this team. I've been a huge critic of his for the entirety of the season, and it hasn't worked out, and it was time to move on. I just didn't think it was going to be happening this quickly. And it's surprising to me, because this is a team that continues to try to convince itself that they are a playoff caliber team. The coaching staff, the front office, they believe in their own Kool-Aid. They believe that they're getting high on their own supply. They believe in themselves to the point where they look at this team, this roster, and they say, yes, we can do this. We're not dead yet, even though we're 6 and 7. And then to go and do this, where you take out a starter who has played a lot of snaps for this team this year. I know he hasn't been good, but he's a warm body. And, this is coming off an off season where you lost Jeff Gladney to off the field issues. You traded away Mike Hughes, who won some kind of an award with the AFC last week. I forget what it was. But yeah, he's not doing terrible for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's not a superstar, but he's not doing terrible. And, behind Bashaud Breeland, you have Cam Dantzler, who is in a sophomore slump, and you have Chris Boyd, who is not good, and you have Harrison Hand, who is arguably not good. So it's thin. You are getting dangerously thin at a position that you cannot be thin at in this league, with the way that the rules are set to favor the offense. I don't agree with it. I agree with it, but I don't agree with it at the same time. I am literally torn. So yeah, that is my reaction to this. Let me know what your reaction is in the comments below. And as we learn more, we'll have further discussions regarding Bashaud Breeland being excommunicated from the Minnesota Vikings in unceremonious fashion. I mean, just look at his response on Twitter. He had no idea, apparently, that this was coming. So bizarre. This is a bizarre day. What is Rick Spielman thinking today? Is this a Mike Zimmer motivated move? Is this a Rick Spielman move? Like, you're basically admitting that you fucked up and signed the wrong guy by doing this, just in the middle of the season, and now all the attention is on you. So it's just so weird. It's just so weird to me to do this when you are, fighting for your playoff lives. We all understand that maybe this isn't a playoff team and they're going to get bounced if they do sneak in, but I don't know. I think that this goes against their goals. And if it goes against their goals, what is the logic behind it? Because, maybe they're just starting the tear down early. Could that be it? I don't think so, but it would be a weird way to kick that off. So I don't know. Those are my random thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.